Well, we got a nice day for it. A little bit of wind, but not too bad, is it?
No, it's not too bad. A little bit chilly.
Brian, you had some luck here yesterday.
Oh, we had great luck yesterday.
You got lots of birds?
Lots of them.
How many you get?
We had 80. We had our limit.
Between 4 of you?
Yeah.
I suppose you saw that too, did you?
Oh, yeah. Could have killed 200 if you like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've been waiting and waiting for this day.
A bird in the pot is a TURR, and a bird in the pound is a TURR. A bird in the book is a murre, and there's two kinds. Thick-billed murres, the birds that nest in the Arctic and come here in winter, and they're mostly what are killed. And common murres that nest around here, and Funk Island is one place, and we encourage people to call those birds murres.
Newfoundland Sportsman with Dwight Blackwood and Paul Amundsen. Brought to you by your Newfoundland Toyota dealers. Play it smart. Get Toyota quality priced right. These local Arctic Cat dealers. Arctic Cat, world-class snowmobiles. Air Labrador. For convenience, comfort, and service, this is your airline. And Action Toy Store. Toys for the outdoor motoring enthusiast. On today's show, Paul turns the tables on Dwight. That's right, you'll see an unexpected turn of events as Dwight and Paul travel to O'Donnell's in St. Mary's Bay, where they'll head out on the ocean in open boats for some TURR hunting. We'll also be talking to wildlife technician Pierre Ryan about TURRs, which are actually murres. The common murre and the thick-billed murre, which are really TURRs, not to be confused with the tinker. Stay tuned, folks. We'll figure it out.
It's a great boat, isn't it?
Nice deep boat, this one is. Of course, you're more sheltered here. When we went out in winter time, once you went out into the bay itself, you're pretty wide open. Here it's a bit more sheltered and a bit of a laugh up, but not too bad.
No, I think the wind might even die down. I mean, there's no whitecaps anyway, those choppy waves, so...
And it's closer to get to the other shore, too. The wind's blowing this way, so as you get closer to that shore, you're more sheltered.
You're really getting to know your stuff, aren't you? Well, you stick around another few years, you'll know almost as much as Joshua, my son.
I thought you were going to say almost as much as you.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's the end of the bay there, huh? You can see it.
Yeah.
From here.
This is Big Colnet Island there.
They say it's a good spot for ducks in the fall of the year.
Partridge.
Ducks and partridge and geese. Where it's an island, I guess not that many people hunt it. There's quite a few birds. Stay there. We'll have to get a trip out there to fall.
For sure.
Nice spot to take sport and break them.
The only trouble is they say it's trouble getting on. You need the right weather to get on and the right weather to get off.
Is that right?
So if you get on, plan for 4 or 5 days, not a one night over.
I can handle that. I don't mind.
Well,
Just have a little cell phone with you and phone the wife. I won't be home late there. Why is that? I'm working late. Perfect. Yeah.
good shot.
Good shot, buddy.
First one of the day, first shot of the day.
And you only won one shot.
One shot, that's all it takes.
This guy must have had practice. He got his sea legs, he got a bird, first shot.
Okay, we'll dip him.
I know why you got that one, because it wasn't in a tree. You got that one, Brian?
Yeah, dip him up there.
He's getting better, boy.
There we go.
Practice makes perfect. This one, I'm having a nice meal of TURRs on Saturday. I've got a big family. They all love TURRs, and I promised them this one I was going to cook up Saturday.
You ain't got no TURRs.
Huh?
You don't have any TURRs yet.
The day's only
That's
young,
all right,
my
I'll shoot you a
son. The
couple
day's
if you
only
need
young.
I'll shoot you a couple if you need them.
No, buddy. I'll let you have that shot. I could have
It's on
had
my
him.
side, boat.
Yeah, I could have had him, no problem at all.
Yeah.
But I'll let you have it. One and one, Paul.
They're shooting.
Not bad. 2 shots, 2 birds. You're not going to outdo me today.
No.
No way. No way.
There's only one.
Yeah, he's not a bad bird enough.
There you go.
We're not going to waste no shells at all today. Not a one.
That's only 2 yet.
Buddy, we're going to have some feed come Saturday night.
There's been a lot of boats out there. The competition's pretty stiff with all the boats out there,
Yeah.
right?
I'd say half the people from O'Donnell's were out here TURR hunting today.
Well, I mean, this is, we're about 2 or 3 days away from the end of the season.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day for it, so you're getting a lot of people out. I mean, they can have 75, 100 boats out in the bay.
Well, they were saying there last Saturday there must have been at least 75 boats in this same area that we're now hunting in.
Yeah.
So I can imagine what's going to be out here this Saturday if weather conditions are suitable.
But you want to be careful. I mean, it's not, I mean, it's a big bay. I mean, you're not crowded. But you do want to be careful. You're taking your shot that, you know, somebody else is not moving in for that same
That's
shot
right.
as well.
Exactly.
You know?
You got to have safety uppermost in your mind. I mean, if you're close to boats, whatever you do, don't fire towards the boat. I mean, these shotgun pellets can travel a long distance. Granted, the further away they are, the less penetration they'll have. But believe me, if
Birds,
somebody
1
gets
o'clock.
a pellet in the eye, oh, excuse me.
Straight ahead. 12 o'clock, I think.
You know, this can do an awful lot of damage. You know, it can blind you, it can kill you. So whatever you do, when you're on the water or whether you're on land, you've got to have safety uppermost in your mind. And we're certainly practicing that today. Even though he's a bad shot, he's just still practicing safety. I shouldn't call you a bad shot, I suppose, should I? What are those birds you saw? Are you starting to see things hallucinate now?
When the sun glistens off the water, it's difficult to see them. See a white cap, you think you might see a bird.
You're that cocky now, you figure you're seeing birds where there's no birds. Nice shot. Whoa!
Took 2, but I had to get them off the water.
Well, you got him.
Get them in the air.
That's the main thing, buddy. You wanted him to get to the wing first.
That's right. I'm trying to get him on the wing first, right?
You don't like shooting in the water. That was an handy shot. I thought sure you were going to miss him though.
I thought he was going to get away with that second shot there when he started flying. There he is.
So far, we've only been seeing single birds. You know, I guess as we go further out, we'll probably get into some companies that might have as many as 100, 200 birds, and that's what we're hoping for. That's what conditions they had yesterday. So.
Yeah, the boys were saying yesterday they were going into big companies, you know, 400 or 500 birds, this type of thing. They dive down, you just wait for them to pop up, and then take your shots. But we haven't. We've only seen individuals, 1 or 2 here and there. Well, we've gotten everyone we've seen.
Everyone we've seen. And we only had 1 extra shot.
These birds are called akpa in Inuktitut and in Greenland. In the books, they're called murs, but Newfoundlanders in the pot and in the pound, they call them TURRs. They're a seabird that nests in the Canadian Arctic, and we get 2 kinds here. TURRs that come from Hudson Bay and further north and Greenland, and murs that nest around the island. Now that one was prepared in 1956.
This one?
Yeah.
So this is why you call it study skin.
That's correct.
And this is a TURR that's got its summer plumage. Is that right?
That's right.
You know, I notice this color here is more brown than black, like the TURRs that we've been shooting this past fall and winter.
Yeah, it may be faded a little bit where it's been in the cabinet a long time. but they are a brown bird.
You've got one with its winter plumage in your hands.
That's right.
Now
See how
there's quite a tremendous difference, isn't there?
Yeah.
As you can see, you've got more dark feathers on the throat in summertime than you do in the wintertime. Does this, obviously it reverts back. When does it revert back?
Oh, this time, people who are killing birds now, they'll get birds with almost a black throat.
Well, you wouldn't think they would change so much. I guess these feathers here are thicker too in the wintertime.
Well, all the feathers are changing. It's just you can see the feathers that are changing color. They're basically new feathers growing out and pushing out the old ones. So the black feathers are growing out and pushing out the white ones.
Now you've got a lot of other different types of birds that are found in Newfoundland waters as well.
I got a regular visitor here
That's
on
a
the south
bullbird?
coast. Yeah, you
Yeah.
call it a bullbird.
Yeah.
In Ramy now they call it an ice bird.
An ice bird.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That
And
is
in
before.
the books they call it a dovekie, eh?
Now we saw loads of those this past November in Trinity Bay. I mean, there were literally thousands and thousands of those guys in the water.
Yeah, they're probably the most abundant seabird in the North Atlantic, some say.
But they're protected. You're not allowed to shoot them.
That's correct. Yeah, well, you can see you don't really get much out of it.
No.
You get those cold days in January and they're hunched down. Maybe that's why they call them bullbirds. I know they're living very close to the edge when they're here. Yeah, they had to feed all the time.
Now these guys, they also eat capon, billfish,
Yeah.
small crustaceans as well, don't they?
When they're nesting, they eat a lot of Arctic cod.
Arctic cod down here in Newfoundland waters? No.
No, when they're nesting in the Canadian
Old
Arctic.
colonies up there.
Yeah.
Now these are not very good flying birds, are they? I mean, they've got little tiny wings. I suppose they probably swim better than they fly.
Well, I don't know about better. They're adapted for flying underwater, right? But they've been clocked at over 50 miles an hour.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought that, because when you see them out in the bay, just as they're getting up off the water, they're flying very low to the water and they're going at slow speeds. But I guess when they get going, they really get going. Now, what are some of the other birds that you've got here? This fella now, he's what? He must be a young TURR, I presume, or a young murre.
That's a thick-bill murre or TURR chick, right? And that's about the size it is when we put bands on them. When they're ready to leave, they can't fly. You see their wing feathers haven't grown up very
Yeah.
much, so they leap off the cliff, and it might be 500-600 feet. Between 3 and 4 months later,
A lot of difference, huh?
well,
Same bird.
well,
You know, I don't know what the weight of this would be versus the weight of this when it's grown, but in 3 months, can you imagine how much that must feed to gain that much weight?
when they first get to northern Newfoundland, they're close to 1 kilogram in weight.
So we've only got a few ounces here. This little guy's just starting to get his flying feathers. You see him coming out on his wings now. The rest, of course, is down. Now you've got a couple more birds here that are a bit unusual as well. This one here, bird on the stick, is known as a puffin.
That's
right?
a puffin. It's not like people see it in the summertime with the colourful bill, right? This is what the bird looks like in winter, and in fact, this is a young of the year.
Oh, I always thought that the only times that their beaks were discolored or all the same color were when they were young. But they'll change their
Oh yeah, the
coloration.
adult birds, there's a coloured sheath that slides off the bill at the end of the
right?
season. Yeah.
This is a protected species. You're not allowed to hunt these birds at all, right?
All but the TURRs are totally protected from hunting in Canada.
You've got one guy here now that resembles a TURR, except for primarily his beak. I mean, anybody who would see something like this in the water would almost assume that it was a TURR. You know, it's the closest that I've ever seen to the great auk that they had up in the Funk Islands
Yeah, well,
that are now extinct. This beak is almost the same proportion, same shape as a great auk, only not so large, of course.
yeah, well, this bird is called a razorbill, right, or the razorbill auk by some, and it is. You're right. It's the closest living relative to the extinct great auk.
So this is what's commonly known as a tinker.
You're right there too.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've
You
heard
can see
the term before.
it's tinker, some people thought might refer to the colour, black as a tinker, eh?
Yeah.
Because they are really a black bird. And of course the bill is a different shape. The tail tends to be quite a bit longer.
Yeah, it is,
right?
isn't it?
And the bird is a bit chunkier. We're really hoping that people will learn to recognize tinkers. Well, not hoping, we really want people to recognize tinkers because they're not nearly so abundant as TURRs.
No.
No.
Well, it's like everything else. If you don't protect the species, it's not going to be around, is it? Oh, there's some interesting birds. And this guy here, of course, is the one that we've seen.
Yeah.
We've seen that in the water quite a bit.
Yeah,
The only thing is, when we saw it, it was more white.
yeah, like it is in the winter.
Yeah.
That's a pigeon, they call it here. A black guillemot is in the books. The real mark for those is their red feet.
They're red feet.
Yeah, they're faded on that.
Yeah,
It's,
they're
just the
faded.
skin.
But I guess the mark when people are out hunting TURRs is the whiteness of the bird. I mean, they've got a lot of white through the feathers.
And these
through the
white wing
wings.
patches.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're
And
they're quite a
protected
good
as well.
flyer.
They're very fast in the water. They fly low, but they're very fast. You usually see them in groups of 4 and 5. I haven't seen any companies of these.
You'll get bunches at times of even as many as 100, but mostly in this area here, you're seeing them in 2s, 3s,
Yeah.
scores, right?
Primarily what we've seen.
Yeah.
Well, this has been interesting.
The only difference between that bird, right, and the others is this actually can have 2 young.
Oh, I
right?
see.
Whereas all these others,
All singles.
yeah, at best they're going to produce 1 chick.
Now, just getting back
One
to the TURRs for a minute. We've been out hunting those when they dove under the water, and we waited around for ages, and we didn't see them come up first class. How far can they actually dive and stay under the water before they come up for air?
For sure, more than 100 meters. I've taken murres, that's the Newfoundland bird, out of nets from 100 fathoms.
It's a long ways down, isn't it?
Yeah.
They must have tremendous lungs on them to be able to be submerged for such a long period of time.
Yeah.
Well, I've learned a lot about TURRs, but you know, the thing that I've learned most of all, ever since I've been a boy, is that they're great tasting.
The TURR hunt is important. It's important for food, and it's a tradition we don't want to lose. With the TURR population as we know it, right, and the restrictions we've got in place now, and help from people who want to keep a TURR hunt, then it'll go on forever.
For the outdoor enthusiast, Newfoundland and Labrador offers excitement second to none, and the Newfoundland Sportsman magazine brings that excitement home to you. Subscribe now and begin enjoying interesting and informative features with exceptional photography, focusing on every aspect of our great outdoors. Order now and receive 6 exciting issues a year for the low price of only $21.35. Or subscribe for 2 years and get 12 issues for only $38.04 and save 25% off newsstand prices. The Newfoundland Sportsman magazine. Outdoors at its best.
You got the oh my. You got 2 of them. Well. I've seen it all now. 2 birds with 1 shot. Not bad. Gee, you're really starting to make a fool of me.
You're going to have to quick on the trigger there, pal.
Oh, let's see him, buddy.
See, I'll let 2 of them.
Oh, maybe not. Well, 2 birds with 1 shot. I've seen it all now. You want to kiss him?
Not bad, eh?
I say they were trying to commit suicide.
Well, that's it, when 2 went together. Bang.
Yeah. I'm sure
All
you
planned,
do.
all
I'm
planned. I was
sure
waiting
you
for 2 of
do.
them to get closer together, to group up.
I'd say it's a good thing they were at the right spread. Well, we've got a lot of food. Oh, I can't believe it. 2
Trying to keep
birds,
the legs
1
up.
shot. First time you ever shot 2 birds same time.
Yeah.
Huh?
That makes 4 for me, only 2 for you.
It's a long day yet.
I was going to give you a shot too. I thought you'd take the one on the right and I take the one on the left.
Yeah,
We're quick
but
enough.
You were too impatient. I mean, I was going to take the one on the right too.
Yeah, but it went too
I was
close
only
together.
gonna get a headshot.
Yeah, that's spoiled meat.
Here's some selfish. You know that?
I'll let you have the next shot.
Buddy, I'm telling you, I'm gonna double your. Unless you happen to fluke into your quota, I'm gonna get a lot more than you today. You are really enjoying this, aren't you, huh?
Taking him on the wing too, pal. That's the second one on the wing.
So you're getting awful selfish now. You're trying to shoot every damn thing you see.
He's a hard one to kill. That's a hard one to kill. You have to take 3 or 4 shots. We got him this time.
You finally got him. After box of shells, you finally got the bird.
That sounds like jealousy to me,
But you're,
doesn't it?
yeah, man.
Does that sound like jealousy?
I was gonna say something, but I can't do it in front of the camera.
I know you were. You almost did.
Oh my, another one for him. Are you keeping score?
No, I got 5 though.
Not quite as fat as what they were this fall, are they? Oh, they're after it's thinning out a bit. Nice birds, boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mine are skinny, are they?
Oh, yeah, yours is skinny. You know they are.
That's 5 for me. That's 5 for me. One for you.
Who's keeping score?
One for you.
Who's keeping score?
Can I take your quota if you don't use it?
Sure, I don't get a chance to shoot, sure, before I with the gun up, bang, bang, bang. If you're a mile away, you're shooting them.
This is what you do when you're learning. You get in front of the boat, get in front of the boat, get the first shot, the clearer shot. That's what he did to me last time out. I learned quickly. Get in front of the boat.
Yeah. I wouldn't do something like that to you. I mean, we should alternate at least. Right? There's nothing wrong with alternating once in a while, you know. Next shot, buddy, gonna be zinging past your ear. If you don't get out of my way.
How many shots can I give you, Dwight?
Click, click.
You gotta put cartridges in that thing that don't go by automatic. You know?
Well,
you
there
gotta
must be faulty cartridges, is all I can say.
Mine came out the same box. Mine came out the same box. That's an even half a dozen, I think. That's the one.
Yeah. I wish your glasses get so icy you won't see a wink for a week. Huh?
Just go get my bird, will you? You got my bird there?
Oh,
Oh my.
I don't believe this.
I gave you first shot at him.
Yeah, I just went click.
Oh, sure, he would have been gone away if I hadn't shot him.
I got the faulty cartridges. You're really
That's the
enjoying this,
faulty
aren't you?
aims one.
You're really enjoying this.
Oh my. I'll have to get you a cook up some of that for me.
It's nice to see you finally kill something. You know that? It's nice to see you do it.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
But you got me on the ice fishing, the ice climbing show, I must say. You got me there because I don't like heights. And so far this morning, you're doing pretty good.
I think you're getting a bit tested. That's
It's
what I
like to
think.
flick you overboard now. Oh, gee.
Well, next one is mine
Listen,
now. You had first shot.
keep
This
all the
one.
birds on this side of the boat, will you? All on that side.
So that one was on that side.
Oh, my.
We still haven't run into a big, what do you call it?
Company.
Company. A big company of birds. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see 300 or 400 birds together. You keep hearing it, and the same with sea ducks. They say the sea ducks come down, you can come down and be 500 in a flock of sea ducks or whatever. I still get, just haven't seen it, right? I want to see it, right?
I like to see him. You might get a chance to get one or two in. Huh? You're not so selfish. Oh boy, I suppose so. You gotta feel good when you're not too good at what you're doing.
Newfoundland Sportsman. Brought to you by your Newfoundland Toyota dealers. Play it smart. Get Toyota quality priced right. These local Arctic Cat dealers. Arctic Cat, world-class snowmobiles. Air Labrador. For convenience, comfort, and service, this is your airline. And Action Toy Store. Toys for the outdoor motoring enthusiast.
You were just saying that there's a guy here from the wildlife department doing a TURR count.
Yeah.
You better go over and tell him you got one.
You know, the last time that you're going to beat me, I tell you.
Which one is yours?
I think they got a mark. I think they got a mark. I broke the wing off.
Yeah, that's the one there. The one with the broken wing because I wounded for
You
him.
really should know. You really should know. The last time you're going to be beating me.
You better go over and tell him to count yours.
I buy Lotto 649 tickets tonight if I were you. Guaranteed. But I had a great day.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun.
No, I
It was
really
good.
enjoyed it. Weather was good. How's that factory doing that you were going to start up the fall about with a few rabbits?
Actually, supply couldn't meet demand. So I decided I'm going to diversify by going into TURRs. I think the supply of TURRs is better.
Well, at least you'll get a couple, I suppose, if nothing else.
Well, I guess the bottling factory's opening up again.
Listen, buddy, at some point in your life, you gotta get lucky.
Hey,
I mean, it wasn't in very full swing there to fall, was it?
not luck, just skill, just skill. Second time out, you see, the first time out.
Brian, if you had to see him rabbit hunting, my son, it was pathetic. I mean, the rabbits used to pose for him in Iraq,
Oh,
and he still wouldn't get them. So now he's after shooting something, and he's getting right cocky.
He sounds a bit testy, doesn't he, this morning, doesn't he?